Captivating Chardonnay. It was what I would refer to as a blind date. I was intrigued and pleasantly surprised as we went out for a quiet, cool, relaxed evening on the waterfront. We were entertained by the ripples of the waves on the ocean. We watched them dance and dangle themselves to a specific beat and rhythm that only they could hear. They one-two stepped for us in a rather spectacular way. Turning my attention from the waves a bit, I couldn't help but stare at the beauty next to me. Her contents were beckoning quite loudly to me from her bottled frame. I couldn't resist. Then, pop, pop, I unscrewed her because my urges wanted me to have her right there and then. But I tried to contain myself as best as I could. She whined me. I immediately poured myself a glass of the bubbly. As I poured, I was even more tempted and suddenly filled with anticipation and curiosity of what she tasted like. Then I took one sip of her, which was absolutely divine. I had one sip too many, I guess, because Chardonnay began to toy on my senses, hitting the right notes and keys like a piano. She got me a bit woozy and tingly. One thing was for sure, Chardonnay was all that I imagined and more. When it comes to poetry, Chardonnay, she gives me the motion, an urge for words different from anything you've probably heard. She is smooth like Bacardi, flowing constantly and exhibiting her power by creating a feeling of desire through my heavy eyes. Chardonnay takes me to vacated thoughts where my verbs were held in prison and anger because they ooze easily from the effects of her sweet punishment. She would punish my sentences until they line up perfectly, then cultivate my mind. Ultimately, she is my depressant that affects the neurotransmitters in my brain that governs good mental health. So I'll continue to let her have her way with me, just enough intoxicating, evaluating, educating, saturating words of purpose coming and going, poetry.